agent.
Oh my god, is that where Hazel went? Oh, don't tell me that's where Hazel went. I can't. The shivers, guys. The shivers. Right, let's listen to Todd, because I'm feeling like he's irrelevant. I hope.
Hey, Thomas. Are you back at that place again? I can, never reach you during November. Please, I'm worried about you. I just want to know how you're doing. Call me when you get this.
I'm now trying to go through the list of girls we found in that apartment. What year was it? It was around this time, wasn't it? It's recent. Stephanie just moved in. Or Dad called her Stephanie. She was 13 in 2004. She'd be... Oh my god, is it Rose?
Hi. Thank you for what you did. I don't know what else to say but that you saved us. We can't thank you enough.
This somber music is perfect. Wow. Oh, wow. Is that who took him out? The pimp. Oh, wow. This is heartbreaking. And we're still missing stuff. I'm not getting the call for the Rose? Wait a minute. Are we suggesting that Rose... Because I don't see why else this would be here. Rose is Hazel? And I'm taking a lot of pauses, but this is blowing my mind a bit how well this story has been crafted. And why I've only got 2 of 3 when I've looked at everything. Wow. Toilet paper. We solve it with the toilet paper. Hmm. What's the constellations got to do with anything? I mean, he's got a telescope, but I don't think it's relevant to the storyline, no? I haven't even looked at the questions, dude. I got so involved in it straight away. Who entered through the window? Who died here? And who is the killer? What was the name of the pimp? Did we find out? I can't remember because I really don't think I cared about that character whatsoever. How are we still missing something from in here though? Look through this again. Todd. Who the heck is Todd? We've got no ammo to assume anything from it. Come back here to the Nashville church. The heck are we missing, dude? Oh my! How many of you saw that as soon as I walked in the room? Really, this isn't something that I should pay attention to, no? His old wallet. And it's empty. I honestly... didn't expect that. Is there something in the wall? Was there another fire? 10:30. From the window. It's bound to be that dude. I just can't remember his name. His name's not Todd. But the footprints stop here. Casings, but no bullet. That's got to be what we're missing. Where is it? Love how near the end of the game I figure out that there's a light button. No weapon. So that I'm assuming the person... I mean, there's no evidence that they completed. So he came back, got undressed, because clearly, why would you not? Why is everything missing? Did he steal his identity? I don't understand. The picture's right here, right? We never got to see what Rose looked like, did we? Self-inflicted? Do you blame him at this point? I wouldn't. Well, I was like, what the heck is that? It's a light without a body attached to it, look. I still want to read that. Why is there no emails? That's my question. So my question would be, do we know the address? Oh, we can see. Nice. I was going to say, can we see the scenario situation? Wow. Should we look at the footprints again, shall we? Okay. Interesting. What was his name? I can't remember. Philip. His name is Philip. Philip what? Oh, wow. What was Irene's last name? Shall we? Who entered through the window? I'd say Thomas. Harrington, right? I'd also say Thomas because I honestly can't see Thomas getting out of it with Philip. Now, I'm just going to assume that Irene's got the last name of him, and I do believe her name was Haynes. Scenario 2 question can now be answered and added to your grade. And that's why they did that. This is so well done, dude. I love this game so much. That is how you spell it, right? That would be embarrassing. Okay. I feel so bad for this Thomas, man. And that's why there was a key in that apartment. The dog tried to attack the intruder that was Thomas. Dropped the key. He got in through his own window. And he had the key. But there's no footprints going out. Where did he go? And what would be the point in that? I have questions. So many questions. Okay, we're going with that. The best I can deduce at this point. Hope you've all got your answers written down. You're probably, if they're different than me, you're probably right, let's be honest. Let's go. Good, I did get that last name correct, because that was a complete guess, because who knew that he'd actually give his daughter his name? Okay, what a story though. Come on guys, you've got to admit that was a freaking good one. How it's interconnected. Poor Catherine. A couple of months after her kid, or kids, are taken away. My next question though is, where's the boy? I can't remember his name. What happened to him though? Oh, could you just imagine it? She's grown up in a family where her parents can't afford to look after her. She's gone to foster care. Did she run away or was she kidnapped? And she ends up with a child, with a man who's a pimp, who beats her senselessly and sleeps with all the harem. Or harem, however you want to explain it or deduce it. Wow. Honestly, I'm blown away. Fantastic game. I want more. Don't know if it's finished yet. I think we might have one more. Done. Whose story is this? Thank you for your submission. 12 of 12 answered correctly. Shall we read the case file report? This is heartbreaking. I can see now why you should probably do all of missing first, because I didn't realise they were interconnected. So I've done it in a bit of a backwards way. My bad. On the morning of September 18th, 98, around 5:30 a.m, Catherine left her home for her usual 15-hour workday. A few hours later, Gina arrived to take Hazel and Nicholas to their elementary school. In the meantime, Thomas was out of state, preparing to drive home after delivering his final parcel last night. When school ended, Hazel and Nicholas were dropped off at Bloommead Park by the school bus at 1:20 p.m. Nearby, Hannah Olson, a Child Protective Services investigator, was in her car keeping a watchful eye. This marked her 5th stakeout attempt to catch the family in compromising circumstances. Meanwhile, Thomas, who was supposed to pick up her children, was engrossed in gambling at Bakersfield, losing track of time. Told you we still had a problem. Gina was unavailable as she was attending a family gathering that had begun at noon. As time continued to pass with no one coming to collect the children, Hannah realised that this situation could not be allowed to persist any longer. Considering the unfit conditions at their home, at 1:45 she decided to take it upon herself to remove the children from the household. Around 6:30 p.m. on November 15th, 2018. 10 years later. Wow. Philip departed the house to meet with a client, leaving the girls to themselves. Irene was in the dining room eating her heated dinner, while down the hallway in a bedroom, Emma and Stephanie were getting ready for their evening night shift. Meanwhile, Rose quietly slipped out to the convenience store to buy a cheap backpack. Upon her return, she swiftly carried on stuffing the backpack and essentials in the master bedroom. Her plan? To escape with Irene while Philip was away. Unfortunately, Philip returned earlier than expected. He caught her, immediately reached for his bronze knuckle, and proceeded to repeatedly beat her with it. As her mother shrieked in pain, Irene frantically dialed up the number of a stranger whom she'd recently acquainted with and called for help. At 8 p.m, Philip locked the master bedroom from the outside, leaving Rose inside unconscious. Then, he left the house with Emma and Stephanie for the usual night shift. When the doorbell rang around 8:25, Irene opened the door to an older man who looked to be in his 50s. She promptly ushered him into the hallway. Philip's dog, Spike, immediately noticed the unfamiliar man and lunged. Spike's jaw clenched, his arm and tore through the skin, causing a gush of blood, explaining the hole in the shirt. Irene froze in fear as the struggle quickly escalated. In a moment's notice, the man reached for a knife and stabbed Spike in the stomach. Spike released its grip and slumped to the floor, blood pooling from beneath his body. I recall that, yes. Down the hallway, the man managed to forcibly break open the locked master bedroom door, and as soon as it swung open, Irene hurried to her mother's side. When Rose regained consciousness, she urgently insisted on the need to leave before Philip returned. Together, they assisted Rose to the man's car, and they quickly drove away. This is the day after. On November 16th, at approximately 10 a.m, Philip gained entry to the apartment using a key he discovered in his house the previous night. Inside, he found a man in the kitchen who was searching for something to eat. Philip immediately recognized him as the same intruder captured on his house's security cameras. So his first clue was the key. Obviously, yeah, wow. With gun in hand, Philip demanded information regarding the whereabouts of Rose and Irene, aka Hazel. Wow. The man, however, refused to cooperate, sparking a violent altercation between the two. As the struggle unfolded, the man managed to retrieve his firearm, but Philip made a desperate attempt to disarm him, inadvertently causing a shot to miss and hit the ceiling. They always say, devs always say no one ever looks up. You're freaking right. I didn't look up. It was on the freaking ceiling. There's always one bullet. Subsequently, Philip gained the upper hand, standing over the man who was attempting to regain his footing. Philip shot him in the head at point-blank range, instantly killing him. Following the man's demise, Philip searched the premises and discovered the man's identity to be Thomas, before making his exit. Doesn't explain the noose. Was the noose his depression? Thomas, I mean. Or, well, no, because he says he made his exit. He left like the wimp that dude is, clearly. Wow. Guys, come on, you got to admit, what a story. Let me know what you thought on this story. I realised that I did not realise it was connected, so I've done them separately. Wow, so good. I love this game. Anyway, I hope to see you in the next one, and we will do the final part of Apartment 402. I don't know if they're connected, but we'll see. Until then, have a good one, and take care.